Hey guys, what's up? Today I got an NU match. This one is against Revenge Boys. We've had a couple battles in the past, but they always DC. And so this one's the first one we've actually had that got complete. So let's get it in. I'm hoping he's gonna lead with basically anything but Jinx, because I want to lead with my Metang set up rocks for Jinx and his two flying types. And since he has no spinner, and I mean even helps against again the rest of his team, even though two of them resist it, it's still Stealth Rock. It's the best move in the game, right? For threats, Jinx is kind of gonna be an issue, but I mean Metang can wall both its stabs. But the problem is I also need Metang sort of for his Braviary. So he's going to lead with Jinx. I'm going to switch out to Machoke immediately to dodge the Lovely Kiss, and that's what he's going to go for. I figured Machoke's going to be the least useful on this team, because I mean it does have Bullet Punch, but other than that, Jinx, I don't really need it for much. Maybe Golem, but yeah. Um, the thing is too, I actually literally had my rest talk bulk up, or is either bulk up or dynamic punch with payback. I have two. Anyways, but yeah, so it's like, ugh. But I double switch to Flareon. I'm gonna protect, see what he moves. He locks himself into, assuming he's scarfed. Switch back to Metang. Then he's going to go into Golem on the U-turn and go for the Earthquake, which is a lot of damage as I go for the Stealth Rocks. I'm going to switch out, and he's going to go for the Stealth Rock there, which is something actually I usually do. If you have a stab super effective move on them, and they assume you're going to set up rocks, just use it. And then when they switch out, yeah, you lose that first like damage hit, but you still gain a ton of damage from using your attack instead of rocks first. But go for Yawn. I'm going to switch to Metang to dodge the Toxic, even though I could have went to Machoke technically. Probably would have been a slightly better idea. But he goes to sleep, and now I find out why he doesn't care, because he's a Rest Talker with Scald and Toxic as his moves. So I go for the Meteor Mash, which does like nothing because it's resisted, and it's still my like best attack against hit. Well, I mean, Ice Punch does this exact same amount of damage, and Meteor Mash at least increases my attack. But because he's Rest Talk, I'm like, fuck this. I can't deal with this. So I gotta switch out. I'm gonna go into my Superior. He's gonna draw the Scald. I'm like, please don't burn, please don't burn. I see the crit. I'm like, please don't crit burn, and it doesn't. I'm like, oh, that's good. The crit, not a big deal. The burn would have been a big deal. But he's gonna switch. I'm gonna go with a taunt, and that's obviously gonna do nothing because he switched to his Braviary, and that's relatively unfortunate. Here I'm going to switch out and go into my Metang, because you know if he goes for the Brave Bird, that's not gonna do a lot. But he goes for the U-turn again, because that also would be super effective. And I lived that pretty easily. But he goes into his Sock now, and I'm thinking because his Braviary Scarf, this is probably going to be banded, which, judging from the damage, I can't tell, obviously. I mean, it's a close combat. Even with no item, it would still kill Metang at that low health, despite me being max physical defense with Violet. But I'm going to switch to Electabuzz, because even if he's Scarf, I'm faster than him. I'm going to scare him out, even though I don't actually have the ability to kill him with a Thunderbolt. I could go for the Volt Switch, but I'm going to go for the Focus Blast, knowing he's going to switch to Golem. He's going to barely live at, like, nothing. So I'm going to switch to Superior to dodge the Sucker Punch, because I don't want Electabuzz getting hit, because I know he's going to be so important. As soon as his Golem dies, he's going to be so important. And, yeah, so at this point, I'm going to go for the Hidden Power. I'm thinking it's Ice for Altaria and, you know, Grass types and stuff, but it's actually Fire, because in reality, when you're a Calm Mind Superior, Altaria, if it has Roar, or even if it has Dragon Dance, I don't know. I mean, HP Ice is definitely not going to kill an Altaria if it's especially defensive and it has Roar. So it's like, but I probably should have HP Ice anyways, because Fire, there's only a handful of Steel types in the tier, and most of them are Rock type also, so it doesn't matter. And then Giga Drain is stronger anyways, because of them being Rock types, because it's neutral. So yeah, I don't know why it's Fire. I can't. I keep doing this. I keep like it's like, oh, why is it Fire? I'll change it to Ice for Altaria, and then the next time I'll be like, why isn't it Fire? I need it for this one threat. So it's like, shit. But yeah, so I kill his Golem. He's going to switch to Jinx. I'm going to switch into Flareon. I'm figuring I'm probably going to take a lot of damage from Psychic, but it doesn't actually do that much. Set up a Wish. I'm going to pass it to my Superior, which is potentially a bad idea, because now if I try to switch in on his Jinx again, I'm going to die because of rocks and stuff. So it was debatably a terrible idea. But yeah, he's going to switch out, predicting the Protect. And that's not going to happen because I'm passing it out. So switch the Flareon. As I said, I can't even wall Jinx anymore. So whatever, let it take whatever attack he wants to go for. And it's Brave Bird. Get a little extra recoil. And I know what move he's locked into. Not that it matters because I'm faster because I'm Scarfed. And I'm just going to now go for Thunderbolt because I can. Because he no longer has Golem. And everything gets to it KO'd basically by Thunderbolt. Here, Vigoroth takes a hit. I'm like, okay, whatever, go for another Thunderbolt. He lives. I'm like, no. And then he body slams. I'm like, don't para. And he doesn't. I'm like, oh, fuck. If he had to paralyze me, this game would be over. Because a Scarfed Electabuzz that's paralyzed is useless. I don't know why he doesn't have Return. Kind of weird, but, okay, I guess. Body slam works the same way it works like on a Miltank. He's probably like a Violite with like, well, he's definitely a Violite, but he's probably got like defensive and bulk up and stuff like that. Maybe recover too. But I switched to Machoke here as my fodder because I mean his Jinx is no longer a problem to me because I can easily kill it with a Thunderbolt. And yeah, so going to Quagsire because I know Poison Jab is going to do absolutely nothing. And I'm going to double switch, predicting his switch to most likely Mantine because I can't really do anything to Mantine because I have Scald, Earthquake, Yawn, and Recover. And even if I had Toxic or Ice Beam or whatever, it doesn't matter because he has Rest. So, double switch Electabuzz and go for the Thunderbolt. It's going to easily kill that. He literally was like, shit. Because that was a great switch. He switches to Jinx. I'm going to go for Thunderbolt. And he's like, what? He actually said I was lucky that I'm Scarfed. And I'm like, no, I knew I was Scarfed, so I played it that way. Which means his Jinx is Scarfed too, which is weird that he has two Scarfers, but okay. So I switched to Superior. I figure probably can't take a hit, but I don't need Superior that much because he's got a Braviary and a Sock left. I mean, the Sock, as you see, I can take a hit, and I could have Giga Drained him for a lot of damage, but no. Yeah, it just sucks that I'm not faster than Sock. I think I might change the EVs. I mean, I'm max defense, max HP, so I might change it to Outspeed Sock because it's a pretty prominent physical threat that I want to be dealing with. And yeah, I mean, physical defense is nice, but I want to be able to outspeed Sock. It should only be like 40 or 50 EVs, something like that. But I'm going to switch to Quagsire. I'm going to go with the Scald, predicting the switch. Wouldn't have really mattered. He can't really hurt me that much. I mean, he's Scarfed, and I'm max physical defense. He's going to switch to Sock because it's his last. I'm going to put it to sleep just because if I had gone for Earthquake here, it would have done a nice amount. And I would have 2-hit KO'd him easily after the second close combat, but I'm just like, whatever. Gotta go for cover just to be completely safe. Just, I can, basically. I mean, again, as I said, I could have just went for 2 Earthquakes and that would have killed him, but I'm like, what if he crits me? Then I want him asleep, and then that way I can kill him with my Thunderbolt from my Electabuzz. Although, if I had just Earthquaked and then he crit me, I still would have. Either way, it would have worked out. Like, there's no chance in which he wins because Electabuzz is faster than him. Like, that's it. That's all that you need to know. And as soon as he gets 2 defense drops or he's below half health, I can kill him with a Thunderbolt. So that's the end of the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed. And Scarf Electabuzz actually saved my ass after he lived just barely with his Golem and his fucking Vigoroth. So kind of failed me, but then it was really worth it because it allowed me to kill like his entire team basically. So like I said, hope you guys enjoyed and see you next time.